Hi and welcome to Targa 2012. We're going to bring you all of the action and stories from all of the events this year, and we've seen some fantastic events right throughout the North Island of New Zealand. First up, we're going to bring you the tales of Targa from Rotorua and then tales from the main event. First up, here's Rotorua.
I'm from Wakatani. I'm doing it with my father Rod over there, and yeah, we're going to have a blast hopefully, and yeah, stay on the track, stretch the legs.
Peugeot have given the cars, they've made a special edition of the car, and they're sponsoring Cure Kids. So my role is to go through as an official car, and I take the mayor, different dignitaries, some Cure Kids that are suffering. Really exciting. We go through, not flat out, but fast enough to show people the open roads are really a lot of fun in New Zealand. It's a wonderful place to be in. The Targa Tour goes through first, and that's when the road's first closed, and then we have to keep the road open between the tour for about 20 minutes until the big rally starts. So we go through with lights on and everything at a pretty hot pace. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, they're all good. Yep, one's gone off to hospital, and the other one's down there with his car.
Did you check up in hospital? He's okay though, is he?
Yeah, yep. Banged his head. There's a fence post go right through the car. So yeah, good morning.
So you got the right spot, you reckon?
Should have. Yeah.
You should know that corner. I didn't recognise it till I was facing the gravel pit, and I thought, we went in there last year. Yeah, just came into the corner a little bit hot. Spun it around a little bit far, and decided to go all the way around and back out again.
Danny started from Australia. A year ago I was in the seat beside you here in the Evo. Evo's not here yet, in the orange Ruppy, and you've got this guy Safari Pete sitting here. What's going on?
Well, Rich, you know, we had a very good result in Targa Tasmania, but it's sad to say I think you held me back a little bit. I've really stepped up with the professionalism of my co-driver.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if you could pan and see what he does, he's into all the exercises, all the right things. He takes it seriously, Richard.
Should we just have a look at what's going on here?
Yeah, he's always into it.
He's at a service park here and he's still practicing.
Yep, he's doing.
Take us through what he's actually
Well,
doing.
what he's
here.
doing is, as you don't do,
G'day, fellas.
he's doing the pedal and crossing off each instruction. So
There you go.
Safari Pete from Australia, is it?
Yeah.
So, you know, what's going on?
Well, just doing some practicing. Yeah, just limbering up for the next stage, and I will make sure everything's done well. You know, the last co-driver, I understand, don't know him, but he was a little bit iffy on the, you know, the finer parts of, you know, knowing where his pens were and making sure stuff doesn't slide across the dash, all that sort of stuff. So I've got that under control.
the first stage, Pete goes, I've lost my pen. And the first corner, the pen goes flying across the dash. I go, I found it.
The first stage was interesting because we were the quickest through that, but the surprise is the boys in the black EB Falcon, because they've taken time out of us in the second stage. In the end, it's just a case of how you drive in the wet, and it was greasy and tight through there. But so yeah, good competition. I mean, Mark will be fine with his tanks full of gas now.
Just the way the pumps are acting up, I says, we've run out of fuel. And there was a farmer standing there with some fuel. He was a wonderful man.
So I think we've got a real battle on our hands today with the Hilux as well. And Brent, but I think he'll be on the pace once he sort of gets back into it. So see how we go.
400 single lane bridge. 300. You right? What happened?
Engine stopped. Kelly broke the camshaft.
It was all my fault.
It's all his fault. He was talking to me as I was winding up in third gear, and then it was just poof, and the poor old Piranha stopped.
It's the same for everybody, but very damp and skiddy and stuff. It's just that damp stuff that you come to expect here. But the roads are are surprisingly grippy in New Zealand when it's wet. It gets wet a lot. So they're quite grippy, but I would have thought the two young fellas would have done well in those.
He goes good in the wet, obviously. He beat us in the wet in the main Targa. And yeah, he's just pulled a blinder in the last stage. So you've got a bit of work to do, but there's a long way to go yet. So keeping on the road in those conditions is the first priority, really. It's really dodgy in there, really, really slippery.
Yeah, Quinnan needs to definitely going really fast, yeah. We're trying our best. We've got a couple of problems with brakes, but we thought we had a good run. We've got hards on and couldn't get any heat into the rears, so it's been really taily. So always gone back into town to get some mediums, and we'll run them this afternoon.
Stage 1, really slippery road, not used to the new tyres, totally my fault, and lost it on the overcorrection, and everybody will see the film at some stage, I'm sure. Kate's come over here from England to do this with me, so we have to get the car going so that she can get some stages done.
What's it been like?
It's brilliant. Really, really good day. Yeah.
It's different to what you used to?
Very different.
Yeah, I've been doing this is my 5th year at Rotorua. I love Rotorua. It's great. The competition, you know, is just for a couple of tin plates at the end of it. Everyone just goes crazy. It's really good fun. The first time we've actually got a pace note completely wrong. We come over this brow. He's saying there's a bridge going straight ahead, but it's a double caution left over a bridge, and we were just way overcooked with speed. Got around a corner somehow sideways, and then this bridge comes up, this very narrow bridge, and it was really a pick of either side of the car was going to hit the bridge, and for God knows whatever reason we went through the centre of it, and it's the first time I've ever had anything like that.
Got it down to second gear, put the boot in, but carried the inertia sideways, and we went off the seal, up a bank, and just along the water table. Never shows up quite the same in the car, does it? I mean, you look back at the footage, it's not, but at the time there's a bit of conversation going on in the cockpit about it.
Making sure the Ford guys are doing the right thing by us Holden men. You know, Bunt's going very well, he's deserved it. He's had a couple of bad runs in this prior years, and old Freddie Falcon's doing all right.
Going, mate. Passes just about everybody.
Well, that's the wrap up from Targa Rotorua from the competitors' perspective. After the break, we've got more stories, Tales of Targa, main event. To Targa New Zealand 2012. We're here at the start, day 1 of the 5-day Targa New Zealand here at Murphy's Law in Drury. The competition cars are getting ready to head out onto the stages. Tony Quinn's going to be pretty hard to beat, but behind him some very, very good quality cars with the likes of Glenn Inkster, and in Metalman Classic, well, it's pretty hard to go past Mark Kirkbanan. We've got close to 60 competition cars and a huge field of Targa Tour cars here at Targa New Zealand 2012.
We just got a crest a little bit wrong, and then I turned into a corner too early, but we couldn't really turn out of it, and slid across some grass, and just the road was, slid back onto the road, so it was not too much of a major. We're pretty much 100% in the wet, because we struggle when it gets really wet with our car, but in the dry, maybe just backed off a fraction just to start preserving some tyres. We want to try and make the end of the event with some tyres left on the car, but still going very, very hard.
Targa Tour is a very important part of Targa, and to tell us how it works is tour leader Greg Paul. Greg, it's a mainstay of Targa.
Absolutely. We've got a bunch of people that have got some really, really nice and sometimes very expensive cars that just really want to stretch their legs. Obviously, we're operating on closed roads, and it gives them the opportunity in a controlled circumstance to do just that, an opportunity that they wouldn't get in any other event or place.
Arguably, this would be one of the biggest turnouts we've had for Targa with the Targa Tour.
Absolutely, yes. It's probably double what we've had in previous years, and the cars that we've attracted this year, from one end of the scale to the other, very expensive Ferraris right down to older classic Mustangs. Great to see those vehicles.
Third overall, Lee at Instra.com, four-wheel drive, and I reckon your game plan today, mate, is let Quinny and Inkster just go out together, sit back there 30 seconds back and pick up the pieces.
Well, that's exactly our game plan today. Well, I'm not sure there's a game plan. We just go balls to the wall anyway, but we've just got a nice comfortable lead in third place over fourth. So if we can just sort of sit there, maybe those guys that are having a go at the front might make a mistake somewhere. You never know. That's the plan.
Beside me, you'd think we're flashing back to the 60s. We've got Dennis and Susanna Dowling here, making their first start in the Targa Tour, dressed retroly, driving the Mustang. And Dennis, welcome, mate. Tell us how you came to do this event, and more so, the 60s get-up. Why?
Yeah, well, I guess I've known about the Targa for quite a long time, and I had an opportunity when my grandfather passed away to make his car a bit quicker and a bit shinier than it used to be. So he bought the car new, and as a result of that, we thought it was a great way to honor him was to dress up in how he would have had it when he bought the car when it first rolled off the lot.
And Susanna, I would say that's you're not wearing any of his clothes necessarily, but looking very, very dapper there.
Very much. Nice and bright on a bright sunny day today.
Let's talk about the Mustang. It's a fabulous car. Your first tour. You have had a couple of little issues, however, sort of getting to this point.
We have about 30 outfits for the event, so our luggage overweighted the rear springs, so we were bottoming out throughout the entire first stage, so we had to get that sorted in New Plymouth.
Susanna, from your point of view, your first time, what's been the highlight so far?
I'd have to say the camaraderie amongst the tour, the other cars, getting to meet the other people, being part of this amazing event, seeing the beautiful scenery along the way. It's just been a real adventure.
Just before we wind, I've just been contacted from beyond the grave, and Steve McQueen's asked for his jacket back.
Well, fair enough. It took us a long time to find it, Steve. You know, we spent a month looking for these clothes, so we're going to hold on to it for right now.
What's the green all about? Because, I mean, I know you from jet sprinting, obviously, with the whole jet sprint boat, and obviously green's a bit of a theme.
Yeah, well, when I actually went green with the boat, for painting the boat at the time, I thought, what colour should I go? And then there was no other boats in green, and I thought, well, I want it bright, so we made it as bright as we could, but still an easy colour to touch up, because I am known to mark a few things. So that's what we did, and then it just grew, and then I thought, all these other guys have got tow vehicles that are, you know, quite nice Dodge Rams and stuff like that, and I thought, well, I'll do something different. So we did the Falcon station wagon, which matched the boat, which looked cool, and someone I knew wanted to get into Targa, well, got me into Targa, and I thought, well, buy this little Anglia. And I've always thought, like, driving from Auckland to Wellington, that was that first year we did it. I mean, it's just about insane to get in an old car, just like we were when we were 16, 17 years old, and we cane it the whole way from Auckland to Wellington, and that's just having a blast.
We saw the white smoke out the back end, and then the cockpit filled with black smoke, and we thought, that's not quite right. So hopped out double quick smart, popping open the bonnet, and looked at the flames and thought, I think this needs a fire extinguisher. So having run around the car 3 times looking for the fire extinguisher, we got it out, extinguished it once, then twice, and by that stage everything was out and there was oil down the road for about 150 metres.
Hopefully warning everyone else behind. So off the back of that wasn't the end of the event because you're here in Whangamomona.
Yeah, we towed the car back to Rotorua and we took a car trailer from there to Hamilton, got into a dealership there, and I drove up to Auckland, grabbed an old motor from a wrecker's yard, strong Honda I think it was, and the boys put it back together again. We got to bed at 1 o'clock this morning, up at 5 and left to come here at 6.
Well, thanks, Dave. That's what Targa is all about, the efforts just to get here. And they're here in Whangamomona, going through the rest of the afternoon and hopefully see the boys in Taupo this afternoon. Fantastic story.
New car, twice the horsepower, learning to drive, and the biggest problem was the road wasn't going where I was going. So yeah, we ended up parking it just a metre off it, dropping in the stream, so we were very lucky. We did find when we came back in last night we'd broken the exhaust, so we were still going till 1 o'clock this morning fixing that.
You guys only got married a week ago here in New Zealand. It sounds like a bit of a setup, Gavin.
It was, because we thought, just in case we couldn't win anything, we were going to win the married couple. I says to her, let's go down and get married and we'll do Targa. We can get an extra price, because I've got a few Targa plates at home. I don't have that one.
I wanted to wait till after the rally to get married because I thought I might change my mind after my first co-driving rally with them. So, but we're doing well so far. He's listening and we're having a lot of fun.
Boys with the crew reckon the Just Married sticker on the back of the car, they're going to add to that at the end of the rally. Still just married?
Exactly.
So far.
Exactly.
No, today was our first day we ever actually had the intention.
That was me. I did it.
Hopefully somebody has found my bumper, because we just went a little bit too hot on the pre to last stage, and we just came out in a negative camber and we ended up in the grass, which is not a good look, and we ended up doing a 360. It hit the bank and we dropped the clutch and we were facing the right way, so we thought we might as well carry on.
All we want to do is take the car home in one piece and enjoy the roads that Wairarapa provides. Some really good stages here, and we're looking forward to having a lot of fun on them.
We've had the car most of the time on 100%, and we're just going to actually take it a bit easy today because we've hopefully cemented third. If we can just hold in there, should be all right. We've enjoyed the week. I'm pleased it's not wet today. The first half day was enough wet weather for us. Prefer the dry. Glenn Inkster was on an absolute charge, but he just passed Stuart Rose, who was leading Classic in his Toyota Hilux. Watch this.
Glenn, as usual, was doing a stupendous job, and he was a bit tough on himself yesterday, and I said to him, mate, happens to the best of us, it's all right, you're fine, you've got no broken legs or arms, we'll see you again.
It was brilliant. I think the most exciting part of it was that when we weren't part of Targa, just the adventure of getting from A to B was very exciting. I think at one point we thought we were involved in Cannonball Run.
Probably one of the best ones I've done. We teamed up with Eddie Grooten from Dad's Pies and entered the 4 cars, and we've had a ball. We've had a great week. It's been fantastic.
I couldn't have asked for it to have gone any better, other than the fact that a few minor issues here and there, but we got through them all. Beyond that, we had a fabulous time.
Best event for us, so best finish in this event for us. Third overall and third in class, just fantastic.
It's so good to get to the end. It's the best we've ever done.
he did a great job. You know, I'm wrapped, stoked. Can't say any more.
It was fantastic. Nice cars, a good road, everything is clean, and I think it was a great sport.
Awesome, an awesome week. We started the week thinking we just got to race our own race, and if we do well, it's going to be a bonus. And we've won Classic, and we're just so wrapped. We're so wrapped. It's been a fantastic week.
Well, there you have it, just a few of the tales of Targa New Zealand, the ultimate road race. If you think this is you, you can call the office at Targa New Zealand or check out the website www.targa.co.nz. And as we've seen, it takes all sorts of people, lots of fantastic cars. That's it for 2012. We'll catch you next year.